Man, I'm so confused, man. I'm supposed to go to the shop and I'm supposed to buy 5 maltas. One malta costs $1.25. How am I gonna know how much money I need to carry? Ah, I know what to do. Alright, for my first malta, I'm gonna have $1.25. For my second malta, I'm gonna have $1.25. For my third malta, I'm gonna have $1.25. For my fourth malta, I'm gonna have $1.25. And for my fifth malta, I'm gonna have $1.25. Alright, let me see now. So for my first malta, $1.25. My second malta, $1.25. My third malta, $1.25. My fourth malta, $1.25. And my fifth malta, $1.25. Oh, but I'm gonna have to add up all of these. How am I gonna add up everything here? Whoa.
Dr. Ruff. First of all, if you're going to the supermarket, the first thing you need is your mask and your hand sanitizer. Man, don't you realize that you have $1.25 on the couch 5 times? So why are you adding all of that? All you have to do is to multiply $1.25 by 5. You don't have to add it so many times because it's repeated. And that is what multiplication is. It's really repeat addition. So instead of adding that 5 times, you just multiply by 5.
Oh, yes. That could work. All I would need to say is $1.25 multiplied by 5. Because I'm adding repeatedly. So it's the same thing as multiplication. Brilliant, Flamingo. Brilliant, 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 brilliant. So I would say 5 times 5 is 25. So I put down the 5 and I carry the 2. 5 times 2 is 10, plus the 2 that I carried is 12. So I put down the 2 again and I carry the 1. Now, 5 times 1 is 5, plus 1 is 6. Oh, and I put back my point there. So in all I need to carry is $6.25. Oh, that was so easy. So instead of repeatedly adding, all I had to do was multiply $1.25 by 5. And it doesn't even take long. It's so simple.
So good to see you, man. You bought from shop already? Can I have one of those maltas?
Yes, man, I came back and I sanitized and changed my mask as well. Okay, at the supermarket, I have a trick question for you that I bet you can answer. At the supermarket, a pound of yam costs $3.22. I bought 2.5 pounds. I bet you can tell me how much money I spent. Let us see how good you are at doing.
That's an easy question, man. I thought you had to multiply and you're coming back to ask me a question. That's easy, man. If 1 pound of yam costs $3.22 and I want 2.5 pounds, it's easy. All I have to do is line up the numbers. So I'm gonna have $3.25 times 2.5. Now, what it means is that I'm gonna have to multiply everything by 5 first and then by 2. It's easy. But what I'm gonna do to make this very easy is to pretend that there are no decimals there. So I am going to ignore the decimals. So I'm gonna say 5 times 2 is 10. I can't put down the entire 10. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna put the 0 and I'm gonna carry the 1. Now 5 times 2 again is 10, plus that 1 that I had carried makes it 11. So I'm going to put down the 1 and I'm going to carry the 1. 5 times 3 is 15 and I add the 1 that I carried, I'm going to have 16. Now, I'm going to move on to multiplying by the 2. But because the 2 is in the tens position, it means that my first digit has to go into that position, in the tens position. So what do? I don't want to get confused. So I'm going to start by putting down a 0. I'm going to call it 0, a placeholder. Now I'm going to multiply by the 2. So I'm going to have 2 times 2, which is 4. 2 times 2 again, which is 4. And 2 times 3, which is 6. Now all we have to do is add these two numbers. So 0 plus 0 is 0. 4 plus 1 is 5. 6 plus 4 is 10. I carry the 1. And 6 plus 1 plus 1 is going to
8.
give me. Now all I need to figure out is where the point is going to go. How do I do that again? I pretended as if there were no decimal places, which means that the answer that I have is the same as saying 325 multiplied by 25. What does that mean? For that to happen, I would have had to multiply the $3.25 by 100, and I would have had to multiply the 2.5 by 10. So overall, I actually multiplied by 1000, which is 100 times 10. Okay, so now what I'm going to have to do to get my actual answer is to divide by 1000. That's pretty easy, dividing by any value that is a power of 10. All I have to do is count the number of zeros I have in 1000. 1, 2, 3. Now to divide 50 by 1000, all I need to do is to start counting from the right. So I'm going to move the decimal 1, 2, 3 places. So my answer is 7.050. But here's the problem now. Money. 100 cents make a dollar. So I can't have 3 decimal places when dealing with money. So what do I do? Mr. Carter said that where money is concerned, since you can only have 2 decimal places, you will have to round off. But this is very interesting. This worked out itself for me this time because the 0 that comes after the 5 is insignificant. It doesn't affect the value. So this is really
$8.
And don't forget, I'm not leaving out $sign because without the $sign, it's not money. Oh, brilliant.
You're brilliant, man. You're brilliant.